What's going on, YouTube? Kimmy here, back with another video. And today is a very special video. Bro, oh my gosh. So a little bit of backstory. A couple weeks ago, I had posted a video about the news that Vinland Saga was ending on the it says 25th, but some people are saying that it drops tomorrow. I don't know, but I will be there. Saying that it was going to end, it was going to be finished, and your boy had to catch up. Your boy had to catch up as soon as possible, and he did. Why am I talking about myself in the third person? And I did. And man, whew, this joint is peak. I really can't even explain how good this joint is. And yes, it's a glaze fest. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear me glaze Vinland Saga, you're gonna have to dip. I'm sorry, it is what it is. There's nothing but straight glaze from here on out the next 10 minutes. But yeah, so I read it, dog. Nah, I'm gonna talk about it later on in the video. I'll put a timestamp where the spoilers are, so if you don't want to get spoiled, just finish the video at that point and don't watch the rest. But for now, I'm just going to talk about how I even started Vinland Saga. So 2018, 2019, it was 2019 when Vinland Saga came out, like at the beginning of the year, at the top of the year. And you know, I've never seen like a Japanese like Viking story. So oh dang, this is lit, this is great. Let me get into this. Watched it. Now this is 29 and I almost said 29-year-old me. This is 2019 me. I'm still a 19-year-old, I'm still a teen, not really in tune with themes, tones. I get at Jordan 7. I think it's cool, it's fun, it's lit, there's some fight in it, but you know, it's alright. I think it's good, I think it's great, but you know, whatever. Now I rewatched it with my brother earlier this year. Don't even talk to me about it. That joint is a 9. It is almost damn near a 10. If season 2 didn't exist, I'd get that joint a 10. But anywho, moving along in the timeline. Fast forward 4 years later, 2020. That's correct math, right? 2023. Season 2 drops. Now, from what I heard, season 2 is a polar opposite season 1. And this kind of reminded me of when Attack on Titan was coming out. And if you guys don't know, there was this arc called The Liberation, or I don't know, I forgot what it was called. It was technically the season 3 arc where a bunch of stuff was going on. It was more political, more dialogue heavy, no Titans. And even the author Isayama was like, yeah, I don't know how fellas are gonna react to this. Because it's a way different like pace to the story than it in the previous arcs were, and even in season 2, the previous seasons. So it drops. Fellas love it. They think it's the best joint since sliced bread. In my opinion, season 3 is the best. I love season 4, but season 3 is the best. You know, some people did fall off, like they didn't really like the change. They wanted it to continue in the same way, which I get, but I also don't get. You want the fella to be chasing revenge this entire time, and same thing with like AOT. You want these guys to just be fighting mindless Titans the entire time and not maybe even progress the plot in some meaningful way. But that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. But for me, season 2 of Vinland Saga, that joint was a 10. I watched it with my sister. Dog, that joint is one of my favorite seasons in anime. And like anyone else that will love a piece of media, that when an anime comes out, they will buy the volumes. And of course, I bought the volumes to Vinland Saga. Read maybe 2 chapters, and I didn't touch it again. I didn't touch it again until 2024. I went on this trip with my family, and it was actually the perfect setting. I don't know how I can't make this up. Fell asleep, woke up, the cruise ship had like a balcony, and bro, I'm reading Vinland Saga, as the sunset is going down and we're out at sea. That was probably the most peaceful peaceful time for me to read a manga ever. And I'm just in there like, yo, what am I reading? This is amazing. The setting was right, vibe was right, the themes was right. Gertrude, I might get this wrong. I say Gertrude. Gertrude. The story was amazing. Then we get to Hild and the battle of no, I actually can't believe this is showing this ending. Because for me, I've only really been a fan for like seven years essentially. But this joint has been coming out since 2005, I believe so, right? Dog. And yeah, ever since then, I've been trying to read it as I can, whenever I can. I can't believe it did really take me this long to catch up, because last night I finished this one, finished 14, and I felt like this took me forever. When I pulled it up on my totally legal website, I was just scrolling, I was just reading, and I was like, wow, this is actually way easier to read than in the book. I don't know why, I don't know how, it is what it is. So yeah, finished this last night, was reading it. Bro, Thorfinn is one of my favorite characters, bro. There was a section where I'm like, yo, yeah, I think it's around when Thorfinn was getting married, and there's like a celebration that Sigurd's dad had thrown for them. I could have been the function. You could have gave me a glass of wine, me dancing all types of Nordic dances. I would have been lit. I felt like that was my homie getting married in a way. That joint was actually kind of lit. But this story has a way to make things feel so good, but then when the happiness goes down, it's just thing. But not everything about this story is so sunshine and rainbows with me. I was spoiled. And it was probably the most dumbest way to get spoiled possible. So, your boy was just, because I was reading that, I was like, okay, Vinland Saga ends soon. I decided to look up what chapter is the current chapter of Vinland Saga. It was 219. And, you know, if you look something up on Google, on Beyonce's internet, you'll see that, you know, you'll get a few links, and then it'll be like the AI, like kind of like messages of where they got it from on the internet, but it's just like a synopsis. This was probably the worst thing to do, because it said, how does Vinland Saga end? Now, I kind of like was like, yo, it's not over, so how would they know how it ends? It would be like me typing in, how does One Piece end? And there's like a drop down that says, oh, Luffy finds One Piece, Zoro becomes Pirate King, blah 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 blah. Not Pirate King, whoa. I didn't mean that. Zoro becomes the strongest swordsman. Yeah, woody blah 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 blah. But it gave me an entire spoiler to a character death. And I literally threw my phone away from my face. I was like, no. Now, this is going to be spoilers on the last two, I almost said episodes, last two chapters. So, if you are not caught up, please do not. You gonna tell me that? Bro, there's gonna be a literal spot, and there's literally me talking about where the spoilers start. So, if you please read. I know that IQs and reading levels and comprehension is at an all-time low nowadays, but I believe that if you try hard enough, we can all get through this together. So, Einar. That's my dog. Now, I knew he was gonna die from me being spoiled, but I didn't know how. See, with me, you can show me, what was something I got spoiled on recently? Like, you can show me something, like, okay, back in 2019, when the Avengers stuff was coming out, or it was 2018. 2018, when Thanos snap happened, I literally was on iFunny. I know iFunny, I'm old, right? And Spider-Man was getting drifted away into dust, reduced to atoms, you know, we're gone. And I just didn't know what's happening. I was like, what is this? Like, I didn't know it was, I thought it was fake. And then when I went to go see the movies, it happened. That's what happened. So like, if you show me something and I don't know the context, it'll be very like, for me, it's not really that big of a deal. Spoiling has, there's the levels of spoiling. There's AOT fan levels of spoiling, and then there's like maybe like One Piece fellas up there. But anyway, I'm yapping. So yes, I'm going through, and I know it's around this like teen mark, because I don't remember what the chapter was, but it's around this teen mark. So I saw that 212 going up, and then Aino gets shot in the eye with an arrow, or like close to grazed by an arrow. I thought it was over there, but it was. I was like, okay. And then we keep going. It seems, you know, that he's not really getting into harm's way. He ends up killing someone. I thought he was gonna lose to one of the Lanu, and it kind of seems like everything is going well, right? You know, it's like, okay, and I'm so bad at the native names. I'm so sorry. The main guy with the sword, he's telling him to leave or whatever. Stark is not having it. He's listened to Armed and Dangerous by King Von. He does not care, and he decides to run at the new leader, essentially. And he ends up stabbing Aner in like a struggle. Now, as soon as I saw Aner run after this guy and him have the knife like this, like downward, I knew it was over, bro. I knew it was over. And then he slices Aner. Thorfinn's like, it's only a small cut, and I see the blood. I'm like, nah, dog, it's over. Then, next chapter. It's kind of like a falling down, you know, everyone's kind of, okay, we lost. It's very sad. People are dead. Woo-de-woo-de-woo. Now, it gets to the point where Thorfinn is looking at Aner's grave, right? And with me, manga is really hard for me to get emotional. It really is. Anime is easy because they got music, they got voice acting. They can really show, like, in the animation, the expression of the characters. And it wasn't even the death that got me. It wasn't even that little like flashback thing that they kind of had, or like that. I don't know if it was flashback. My memory is trash. It was like some sort of thing where he was talking, how he says he knows how Thorfinn feels, especially after taking someone's life. It wasn't that. It was the little pictures or panels of them together. The handshake, or the holding hands, or dapping up at Aner's grave, and then them having fun even as slaves working on Catil's farm. Bro, I said, I'm reading it, but one little tear dropped down my eye, bro. I'm like, hey, this is not okay. And I'm just sitting here after it ends, and he walks away from the grave. It's just sitting here. I'm like, dog, because it was that one literally that one picture of them really being bros, and I was like, nah, dog, they got it. There's only 3 manga of all time that ever made me cry: One Piece, Berserk, and now this this is on. If I had a Mount Rushmore, those 3 would be on it. But yeah, man, that's my experience with Vinland Saga. I really don't know where to place it. I can't. AOT, Attack on Titan, is #1, but this story is just so good. So good. I don't know where to place it. I might have to kick #2 out the list, or not out the list. It might have to take its spot, which is like Yu Yu Hakusho. No spoilers for my upcoming video. Like, dang, bro, this series is just so good, and I have not been reading it that long in comparison to how long it's been running. But dog, it's not taking #1. Attack on Titan is so near and dear to my heart. That was when I was getting right back into anime. I was young. I was 12. Good. Ew. Ew. I was 12. But this is like a grown man series. Like this is like, oh yeah, okay. I love this. I'm gonna have to, that's be something for another day. But yeah, it ends Lord's Will tomorrow. I believe so. People are saying it ends like in 15 hours. Like it's gonna drop in 15 hours. I don't know if it's like leaks from like I read One Piece leaks. I don't know if it's like that where like they'll get a like translation. Most likely they will, or like they wait for the official release. But I will be there. I don't know if I want to do it live or not. I just know that I want to. ADD went crazy. I don't know why I started scratching my ass. I don't know if I want to do it live or I just want to do a video on it. But we'll see. Lord's Will tomorrow. I'll figure it out whenever it drops. If it's Friday, definitely stream. But tomorrow, most likely not a stream. And in general, I want to start streaming more on YouTube. But that's it for today. Your boy signing out. God bless you guys. Hopefully God has blessed you guys with an amazing day. Hopefully God gives you guys peace because he loves you. He died for you. And if you come to him and repent, you will have everlasting life. Yes. This story really did hit the Christian feels too. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.